Hello YouTube. This video is going to be pretty different from the previous videos that I've been making about travel and lifestyle, but I think this fits the category of lifestyle, and it's a dilemma that I've had for a while now. It used to not be this bad, but my skin, it's just getting progressively worse, and so I wanted to invest a little bit more and get this routine.
Like, look at that. It looks so bad. It used to not be like this bad. Am I hitting like puberty again or something? Oh god. Oh, that feels great. For now I use the toner. It's so nice. Cotton pad or makeup pad. It's huge. Okay. That's done. It's time for the serum. I have no idea how to open this. Oh shoot, just twist it.
Hello everyone, today is December 19th, which means that it's been 8 months since I last filmed. As you can see, it's a lot better from the last time I filmed this video, and I'm really excited to share about my journey and what I've done to fix my skin. So I saw major improvements about, I would say, 3 to 4 months after I used this certain type of medicine, and I'll get into that later in the video. But I think for me, it wasn't just one thing that saved everything. It was a collection of things and habits that I've done to basically alleviate this acne problem that I had, but also restoring the skin barrier that I basically damaged over the past few years. Having a healthy skin barrier is really important because it keeps the impurities out of your skin and also keeps the moisture within your skin. And with that information, I wanted to restore my skin barrier and basically, scrap my whole skin products that I was using before and finding milder chemicals to use on my face to help my skin in the long run. By no means am I a health professional or an expert, but it's just some of the things that worked for me. I guess one thing that I wanted to avoid was Accutane. I wanted to avoid it because of the side effects. I just didn't like the fact that it dries out your skin, but I also heard that it's really bad for your liver. And so I wanted to avoid that and figure out a way to restore my skin without having to use Accutane. And I know that my skin isn't perfect yet because I still have scars left over from my acne, but I will get into that later in the video on how you can basically just fix those scars as well. So step 1 is skincare. And like I said before, I had to basically scrap everything and find products that can improve my skin barrier in the long run. Just because these products worked for me doesn't mean that it works for you. And you might want to do some research on your end to figure out what products works for you. For me, I first had to identify what type of skin I had. I had more of a normal to dry skin over the winter, but it was more oily over the summer. But I decided to go with the normal to dry skin just because the majority of the time my skin felt very dry and it felt like it was pulling for a lot of the days. There's 5 things that I think it's essential to improve your skin, and from what my doctors have told me, they just recommended these 5 things. And the first thing is a face wash, and it's really important that you find a face wash that works for you, because this is the thing that cleans your face, right? And if it doesn't fit your skin type, it's gonna make your skin more irritated, which causes your skin to just break out even more. Something that I'm using right now is the Laneige Water Bank Cleansing Foam, and for me this has been really good. It has a mild scent, like a cucumber smell, so if you don't like cucumbers, or if you don't like the smell of cucumbers, it's probably not for you. Again, it's very important to find something that works for you, and this has been really good for me. After I use it, I just feel like I'm already moisturized. And the second thing that I started using was a toner. And again, it's from Laneige, but I've been using the same line, Water Bank toner. And I believe toners act as another cleanser, like it just wipes any of the impurities left on your skin, and basically prepares you for that next step. So the third thing that I've been using is a serum, again from Laneige, but it's the Water Bank serum. And this helps to restore your skin barrier. It's another protective layer to protect your skin from impurities and from the sun. And the fourth thing that I use is a face lotion. And I've been using CeraVe lotion, and I've actually been using this for quite a time now, like even before I started this journey. And this was one thing that I really like. Other lotions, it feels very heavy and it feels very sticky, but this is very lightweight, and after you put it on your face, like it just feels like your skin already absorbed it. So I really like this, but again, you should find a lotion that works for you. And usually they tell you, like on the lotion, if it's for normal skin or like dry skin or oily skin, whatever, it tells you like for which skin type, and so you might want to look out for that. The fifth thing is something that I only use in the morning, which is sunscreen. I hated putting sunscreen on my face because I hated the feeling of having like thick lotion on my face, and you know, most of the sunscreens that I've used in the past, it was very sticky and I just didn't like it. But I've been using either the Innisfree sunscreen or the Dr. Jart moisturizing sunscreen. And those two sunscreen, I think it's like one of the best sunscreens I've ever used. Again, it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel like there's sunscreen on your face. But I think this step is arguably the most important step in the morning, just because it protects your acne from scarring. And I believe UV rays from the sunlight is what causes your skin to scar. You know, you worked really hard to get rid of your acne, and basically now it's like an open wound. And when you get sunlight on it, that's kind of what causes the discoloration and the scarring on your face. And so that's kind of what this is, I believe. And it's very hard to get rid of it. So I recommend using sunscreen to prevent further scarring, and also like it protects you from skin cancer and things like that. So it's just beneficial to use sunscreen regardless. Something that I didn't know is that dermatologists actually recommend people to use sunscreen even if they're indoors. So even if you're staying home, like you work from home and you really don't leave the house, you can still get UV rays through the windows or any openings in your house, and that can still cause scarring and things like that. So when I'm home and I know that I'm not gonna really leave the house, I use a lower SPF sunscreen, and then when I know that I'm gonna leave the house, I use a higher SPF sunscreen. And the second step that I took is I started taking antibiotics. Whenever I was just using these skin products, I didn't really see much of a difference on my cystic acne. These new skin products helped me to prevent new acnes from coming up, but acnes that were more stubborn, and you know, if you have cystic acne, this isn't really gonna do much for you. And you know, I actually went to a doctor and consulted him about that, and he actually recommended 2 types of antibiotics. One is you take it orally, and then one's topical. Both you need to get them prescribed from a doctor, but I think it's really worth it. So first thing is clindamycin, and this is a topical antibiotic. And I think in the beginning part of this journey, I used this basically morning and night, twice a day. I would just put it on areas where it was really bad, and mainly areas with cystic acne. And along with that, I used medicine I take orally, which is called minocycline. And I also took this every morning and every night. If you have cystic acne, or if you have acne that's just reoccurring every month or every week, even after it looks like it's like completely gone, which happened to me all the time, I would recommend these two things. So when you take antibiotics, it attacks the inflammations that are caused by, infections within your skin and things like that. And now I don't really have a lot of recurring acne, and for the topical antibiotics, I only use it when there's new acne on my skin. So, after 3 or 4 months of daily use, now I maybe use, once a month or twice a month at most. But for me, it was a really good investment, and it worked for me, thankfully, and now I don't really have to use ACCUTANE, which was my goal. So the third step in this journey was changing some of my habits. And the first thing I did was drinking more water. And that sounds pretty intuitive. You need water to keep your skin moisturized. So I started drinking a lot more water throughout the day. And the second thing I did was to avoid touching my face. And, I have a really bad habit of touching my face, like touching my chin and everything. And it was a really hard habit to get rid of. But if you do that, you're putting more impurities on your skin, which you're making your skin more prone to acne. Third thing I did was switching out my pillowcases and my towels more frequently. Even if you shower before you go to sleep, or even if you wash your face before you go to sleep, there's still germs and bacteria on your pillowcase. And switching out your pillowcase more frequently, it keeps your pillow clean, which means that you'll have less impurities on your skin. Obviously, my skin isn't perfect yet, and I still have a lot of scars and a lot of discoloration. And so something that I have been adding on is using a vitamin C essence. And there's researches that you can look up where vitamin C helps the discoloration and a lot of the scars to heal again. So far, for me, it's helped a lot with like the red spots that I have from old acne and scarring that happened. I would recommend, for me, I'm using the Radiant C brightening treatment essence from Laneige. And it's really easy to use. I just use it every morning and every night before I go to sleep. And so far it's been working for me. Another thing you can do is getting microneedling. Basically it's like a roller with a bunch of small needles on the roller, and they just roll it on your skin, which creates these small scars around like your face. This causes your body to send a bunch of collagen to that area, which helps to restore and fix all the discoloration and the scars on your skin. It's very expensive and very painful to do. For me personally, I have done it before, but it was pretty useless because I got all the acne back after that. Like, I wasn't attacking the root cause of my acne. And so I would recommend you get that procedure after you have fixed your acne problem and you know for sure that you're not having reoccurring issues on your face. That's pretty much it for my skincare journey, and I am super thankful that this is how it ended, and I'm glad that I can share this information with you guys, and hopefully it will help your face, and obviously it builds a lot more confidence when you have better skin. Again, by no means am I an expert, but I just wanted to share my experience and the knowledge that I've gained for the past 8 months so that you guys can maybe replicate and have better skin.
3, 2, 1. Argue